here to tell you that actually farming is a whole lot different than talking about farming and doing research. I'd say the learning curve was almost vertical for me. We've been farming here for 10 years now. I had never farmed, but I'd been in agriculture. I'd been working in research and extension for basically my entire career. I'd always been interested in systems approach, so how did livestock fit into the larger farm picture? I'd become very involved and engaged and interested in regenerative agriculture. I actually worked at Rodale Institute at one point. Bob always claimed the term regenerative. He felt that sustainable was inappropriate because we were at way too low a level of productivity and environmental health, and so we needed to regenerate the systems. If you looked at plant diversity, if you looked at water infiltration rates, if you looked at general productivity, the system had really degraded quite a bit. And so I decided to see what I could do. We started with a flock of sheep, about 100 ewes to start with, started with some grazing management. We made some infrastructure improvements in terms of a couple of additional paddocks, adding water systems so that we could deliver water to basically the entire farm. We quit making hay, turned the hay fields into pastures. For 2 years, I think, we just worked on the sheep. And basically, it was a pretty simple operation. Rotational grazing and selling chore lambs, 100-pound lambs, to another local producer who was marketing them directly. I made the statement to my wife, who thought I was crazy, that we would have two complementary goals that would be equally important. One was that we would improve the ecological health of the farm, and two, that we would make money doing it. That this didn't make any sense to do if one couldn't make a profit. If you're managing land and not improving it ecologically, and you're not making a profit, or you're doing it at such a cost to your community or to your family life, then it's not worth it. We've made a reasonable profit after paying for my labor and management time and all the other costs, and a land cost. There's a lot of different metrics, and some of them are very easy to measure. Water infiltration, and certainly reflects on soil health and soil quality. Productivity, pounds of forage you produce or pounds of beef you produce, that's a relatively easy metric. I'm looking for metrics that I can make a management decision based on. We work with a lot of partners. I think the secret to any success I've had has been inviting a lot of people on the farm and picking their brains and having them do research in some cases. Our management practices have an objective or a goal of improving biodiversity. Maximizing to me implies you're going to go all out here with potentially a cost over here, but definitely improving biodiversity, both from the plant side and just the way you manage grazing has a huge impact on that. I will say we have done some annual forage crops as part of our regeneration practices to regenerate a field. And so where I'd like to see this in 10 years, I'd love to see a young family managing this business, living on this land, contributing to the community.